With a COVID-era immigration policy known as Title 42 set to expire this Thursday, many lawmakers, including Senators Kristen Sinema of Arizona and Tom Tillis of North Carolina, are warning of a potential humanitarian crisis that will happen at our southern border once this policy ends. The two senators are now proposing legislation that would likely extend President Biden's authority to expel migrants without a hearing even after Title 42 expires. Republicans in the lower chamber are also expected to vote on a border security package this week. Joining us from Capitol Hill with the very latest on both of these developments is our Joe Khalil. Joe, good morning to you. What's the latest?
Yeah, hi, good morning, Marni. So obviously timing, not a coincidence here. House Republicans are planning to have their first votes on their new border security and immigration bill tomorrow, the same week that Title 42 expires. And some of them are really bullish on this package. Some have said that the Secure the Border Act will do just what its title suggests, and others say it is the strongest border security bill that Congress has ever written. So I want to get into the politics of this, but before we do that, let's go ahead and remind our viewers here what this bill actually does. It continues construction on the border wall. It would be a goal of 200 miles a year. It would mandate that 22,000 border agents are in place at all times. Also, it would put back in place that Remain in Mexico policy, where if you're waiting for your asylum case in the U.S. to play out, you would have to stay in Mexico or another third-party country. It would invest in new border technology and a lot of stricter asylum rules. Those could get tricky politically. Some of these policies are continuations of Trump-era rules. Some Republicans say, look, this is the answer to our border crisis. But it has very little support, if any at all, from Democrats at this point. In fact, we're already hearing the White House coming out and criticizing the bill. A lot of the objections to it are on the new asylum rules. It essentially changes the entire standard for when someone is allowed to legally apply for asylum in the United States. And so Democrats object to that, but even some Republicans that I have spoken to in the past have some hesitation around this. Their big worry is that it just gives too much power to the Secretary of Homeland Security to effectively shut off all legal asylum if he or she, whoever they are, deems that there is not operational control of the border. In other words, if there's a crisis, the secretary can just shut off all legal asylum. Now, again, some Republicans, they have said that goes too far. They're worried about that. I reached out to a couple of my Republican sources this morning, still waiting to hear back on whether those same Republicans still have objections or whether now, for whatever reason, they're going to be on board. But this is going to be really tricky, Marni, because remember, Republicans in the House only have a small majority. So if they lose Democrats, they can weather that. If they start to lose their own members on this bill, that's when they really run into problems.
Right. So we'll watch that, Joe. And then in the Senate, any movement on this bill, bipartisan bill, that would extend Title 42 for another 2 years?
Yeah, so we haven't seen movement on it per se, but over the weekend, Senator Kirsten Sinema, who is usually quiet and doesn't do a lot of media interviews, did sort of make the rounds. We heard her talk about it, and she sort of acknowledged that this is simply a Band-Aid. She was getting criticism from some Democrats, even the White House, that said it's just a Band-Aid, it's not a long-term solution. And it was interesting, Senator Sinema said, yeah, you're right. It is a Band-Aid, but this just allows for, 2 years where you put Title 42 security back in place and you give the White House more time to develop a more permanent border security solution. So we're going to see where that goes, but there's going to be a lot of discussion around that bill as Title 42 expires, Marni.
All right, we'll be watching it closely. Joe, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.